You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows like the one you're about to enjoy, visit electronicmediacollective.com. And now, our feature presentation.
Booting up Smart Mark system. Microphones check. Soundboard check. Recording and streaming software check. Production sheets check. Smart Mark hosts check. All systems are a go. Tuesday Night Smackdown, you are clear for broadcast.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Turn it up! Turn it up!
Welcome to Smarkdown. I feel privileged tonight. We got the full complement of hosts, our originals. Tonight's hosts, I am the educated Adam Baum. And with me back are the Smarkdown originals, the experienced, our heavy Brian.
Hello, hello.
And the queen of Marked Out, your girl Kiera.
Hey, everyone.
Extra guest hosts tonight are the illustrious Stone Age Steve Awesome.
Hey, joining Brian tonight and playing injured.
Yeah, taking one for the team. And our board operator, Rossum Rob. Welcome.
Hey.
Also joining us again is our guest host tonight, who very, very desperately wants Roman to win simply to make us mad on Sunday. That's our Memphis correspondent, Colonel Bob. Welcome back.
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, not much. So we got our normal show. We got the Mud Report. We got our This Day in Wrestling History. We got our 3 key ingredients. We're going to do best, worst. Kiera is going to do some trivia. I can't wait for that. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Don't know where to be scared or excited.
We got a new segment that might go over like a fart in church that I'm going to try. And we also have our Asylum, a little bit of Clash of Champs tease. But first, here's some housekeeping.
Housekeeping!
Don't think you're sleeping.
Housekeeping!
Come back in an hour.
Here are your Marked Out Wrestling housekeeping notes. You can join us on our website at markedoutwrestling.com, on Twitter at SmartMarkShow, Facebook.com/markedout1, YouTube channel, Marked Out Wrestling Podcast, where we broadcast live every Monday following Raw. Our Google Plus page, Marked Out Wrestling Podcast, Instagram, Marked Out Wrestling, and our You Record Studio Smart Line, 704-444-0084.
Get connected.
Please go away. Let me sleep for the love of God.
Housekeeping, you want me to jerk you off?
What kind of hotel is this?
Oh, it's you.
Can you dig it? Dig it, sucker,
So before we get into the Mud Report real quick, let's say hello to our friends online. Who do we got, Rob?
All right, we got Juan jumping in there. Juan came in with housekeeping. We just did that one. And we have, of course,
Upload test. Yeah, Kiera, you were commenting earlier that he got his own theme music.
What the fuck? This dude has his own theme music now?
Yeah,
right.
we don't even have our own theme music.
Adam said
Right?
it kind of. Adam said it best yesterday. Perfect attendance. Rather.
Yes.
Very true.
This is true.
And of course, we got CT on the line as well. CT.
Welcome.
Christian.
Welcome.
What's up, CT?
Yeah, Christian Torres, welcome. Now we get to the Mud Report. You got to wait for the cue, Brian, or Rob will get mad. So.
Wait for it.
They see me rolling, they hate it, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding dirty.
So Terry Funk is alive and well back in his home in Amarillo, Texas. Last week, he had hernia surgery on a Monday, and at 4 a.m. flew to New York for a House of Hardcore show for Tommy Dreamer, and he cut a promo in ring, and basically about a minute later left, flew back to Texas. That's how bad, and he was in some pretty banged up shape.
You guys been doing some pen pal stuff to keep each other motivated through your hard times?
I know. I mean, I could sympathize with the guy, but I mean, that's how crazy and hardcore Terry Funk is. At 72 years old, he's still not bowing out of a booking that he's had.
Well, the other thing is, I'm no doctor or anything like that, but I didn't think you could fly when you've had surgery like that. Wouldn't it bust up the stitches at the altitude or something?
Yeah, no? I know. That's something actually that you bring it up. Chris Candido, I know that was something that kind of. He had taken a flight and then had surgery a little bit before that, and then that was something that kind of led to that. So it's surprising that he did that. Yeah. But Terry is. Yeah, go on, Bob.
Y'all know Terry Funk is certifiably insane.
Oh yeah.
And that's why Brian picked him.
Is all broken.
Yeah, that's his appeal.
And this just kind of hammers that point down to. Absolutely.
Yeah, his family's got to hate him, by the way. What else?
And as we've been watching, WWE might be kicking around a Shield reunion. With all three of their guys, obviously, they're not necessarily full-blown faces, but they're also not necessarily all heels. And, of course, with Survivor Series and Royal Rumble coming up with as the dual pay-per-views, we can kind of see where they're going and planting the small seeds as far as...
Please, God, no.
Beating a dead horse again.
No, it's okay. One reunion's okay, but leave it at that.
This
one
is
night.
Really, Rob, from the same guy who was just so against them doing any work together months ago.
I don't want them having 4 or 5 months of just Shield storylines. I'm okay if they do, one little get-together for one pay-per-view, and then they all go their separate ways when they're done.
I just don't want it to become like a thing, like almost like how DX would kind of go away, split up, and then kind of...
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. They weren't as entertaining as DX, so
right.
That's true.
Yeah. There'll be something to do for Roman, though, at least.
Ugh. Oh,
God.
Yep.
Wait. Let's hear it.
I just...
He's got a puke!
There we go. Go ahead.
And then, as we reported yesterday, despite a New York story going around, a New York Post story going around mentioning WWE might be potentially purchasing TNA, the Wrestling Observer has followed up, just saying that people close to Vince McMahon, that's not true. So TNA will continue on what are they on now? Pop TV.
I have no idea.
Yeah, they're on Pop.
Pop, yeah.
I get it on one of those crazy channels.
Bob, do you watch TNA?
Yeah.
That's it.
That didn't sound very exciting, Bob.
Dude, it's real hit or miss. I can do a 2-hour show with a DVR in about 40 minutes.
They have great talent. It's just a matter of they're not necessarily.
Great talent might be a stretch.
They have a lot of young guys. A lot of young, good, up-and-coming talent.
Who have rudimentary talent. And the problem with a lot of their guys, too, is Vince already took their tallest people except for Abyss.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, the other thing that I always thought about, Bob, is that TNA wrestlers, the unfortunate part about them is you can always see their ceiling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, you see the guys, you're like, okay, you will never be a world champion. There's no potential.
Yeah, you will never be anything but X Division. You will never be anything but a tag team wrestler. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then just to end it out, Emma, she's been medically cleared for about 6 weeks, and word is that she's been getting a little antsy, a little frustrated that she's still on the considered on the shelf.
I've seen her on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, what were you saying that she
was in Memphis when they were there.
Okay, and were you telling me that she'd refereed a match, or did someone tell me?
No, it wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said that on
they
last
might pull
night's
a
show.
Daniel Bryan on her.
What's that?
They might pull a Daniel Bryan on her.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's right. What she had it was a neck injury, was that? I mean, it's been a while now. She's been off, but word is that she's gonna be coming back onto SmackDown, and I think she's, as much as her and I have this weird history, I think she will add to the women's division on SmackDown.
Wow. Did he really just say that?
I did just say that.
Wow. Just because your girlfriend looked like her doesn't...
X.
I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm sorry.
X.
Yeah, just in case there's any listeners out there that want Brian, he needs to make sure he puts X in front of there.
Yeah.
All right, so that'll take us to our next segment.
It will.
Do we have any music?
Well, I thought you were going to... Yeah, but I did this.
Oh, what do we got online? I apologize. We got so wrapped up in Brian's love life.
I know. We got Tim Horn is on the line with us. Tim is live.
What's up, Tim?
Tim said, I got 2 words for Roman, but DX already copyrighted them. CT, Roman, that motherfucker can go back to fucking Florida. Wow. CT is on like a Roman hating binge.
Yeah. 2 days in a row.
Yeah, you know what? That kind of just makes CT, popular in my book.
He's going to have to get his own theme song soon.
CT says, last time I watched TNA, the Pope was fighting Abyss.
Oh, my God.
Oh, the Pope. Angelo De Niro?
Okay.
That's his name.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's not. He doesn't mean the real Pope. Since
no,
I know, Rob, you don't.
I figured that once I
Okay.
read it, like, it's probably a character.
Yeah.
And Juan says Ambrose was getting booed, which I'm sure you're going to talk about. So, yeah. So what's the next segment?
Next segment is This Day in Wrestling History.
Oh, no music. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, lovely producer. I'm going to start this one off. 17 years ago today, the Rock and Sock Connection defeated the Unholy Alliance in a Dark Side Rules match to win the WWF Tag Team Championship. It was their second title as a team and sixth title reign overall for Mankind. Would also be Undertaker's last bout. After that, for a while. What was also interesting, though, is I love how there's these Raws out there that just have some extra stuff that's always like layered together. On that match, it was also where Vince McMahon vacated the WWF Championship after defeating Triple H for that title, and he got reinstated into the company by Stone Cold Steve Austin in exchange for Austin being the referee in the main event for Unforgiven. Incidentally, that would also be Stephanie McMahon's in-ring debut night.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Kara, what do you got?
I have 23 years ago today. Why do I always stumble on the years part?
I don't know.
Anyway, in Japan,
I asked the same thing.
Shinya Hashimoto defeated the Great Muta to win the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. The win ends Muta's 400-day run as IWGP Heavyweight Champion. At the time, a record for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Bob is not a fan of my reading right now. Hashimoto.
You're doing so much better than ever before.
Hashimoto would break the record for a 489-day reign spanning parts of 1996 and 1997.
Interesting.
Yeah, wow.
Bobby, you're up. I saved this one especially for you.
Okay, good. 13 years ago, Raw was on. And I know that's weird because today's a Tuesday, but 13 years ago, it was a Monday. Time fucks with us all. Next.
You don't want to read that great stuff that I put for you?
Dude, that's you. That was a garbage one. Next.
Wow.
All right, Steve, what do you got?
Well, this one actually happened 13 years ago.
Right.
In New York City, Brock Lesnar defeated The Undertaker in a steel cage match. It was a Smackdown house show, and he retained the WWE Championship with Vince's help, of course.
There you go. Rob, what do you got?
13 years ago today, Ring of Honor presented Glory by Honor Part 2 from the Murphy Recreation Center in Philadelphia, which you needed to know that. The event would be the last Ring of Honor show to be held in their original home. Highlight matches.
That's why you needed to know
that's
the original
Well,
home.
then I stand fucking corrected. Highlight matches include Terry Funk defeated CM Punk by disqualification, and Samoa Joe defeated Christopher Daniels to retain the Ring of Honor Championship. Ooh, it's so riveting.
The read I gave for Bob was garbage. I don't mind him skipping that, but I intentionally left the place in there because it was part of the read, Rob. It was intentional.
I got it.
You'll read anything Jonathan writes, but if I write something,
I proofread.
Yeah.
I know.
Brian, you're up.
Then we got 31 years ago today on Long Island, New York. Captain Lou Albano, age 52, defeated 67-year-old Freddie Blassie in a steel cage. And that would be Blassie's last match.
Aw, I love Freddie Blassie.
Pencil neck geeks.
Freddie Blassie is good.
Yeah.
And that was This Day in Wrestling History.
What you need to make a good Smarkdown is your 3 key ingredients.
So before we get into all three of them, let me just list them off. Number one's going to be repeat. Yeah, unfortunately. I just repeated that 3 times myself, and I already got bored. Number 2, Ambrose getting a one-on-one rematch prior to No Mercy. And then number 3, we have our contract signing for the women's. Let's get it started.
Number
1, repeat. Now, in fairness to WWE, tonight they did do better versions of all of the matches they repeated, but there were tons of matches that were repeated. Apollo and Baron, repeat. Usos and American Alpha, repeat. And I'm not talking like, these were like 2 years ago. These were very, very recent, like in the last 2 episodes. The other repeat they had was, I forgot. Dolphin Miz. How could I forget that one? So they have just 3 repeat matches. They put the 4 divas that wrestled tonight in a tag match. That's kind of a repeat.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm just, is this terrible booking? Even though the matches were better.
Not much to work with. I mean, what are you going to do?
There you go, Steve.
But
Not much to work with.
But obviously the Usos and American Alpha was better than the 28-second match that they had, prior. But
except for the tag teams that they're not going to develop clearly.
Like Ascension and Vaudevillain and stuff like that, you mean?
Hype Brothers?
Yeah. Who else do they have?
Well, but the
that's 4 teams right there.
Breezango.
Yeah, I kind of wish they would have let that story, be a little more. I mean, Usos and American Alphas, they basically said, okay, you're going to be in a number 1 contenders match instead of in a rivalry, so that one of you can go. Are they just predicting that they're going to lose? Heath and Rhino are going to give up the belts so that rivalry can continue over the actual belts? Because this is an opportunity to push somebody else against Heath and Rhino, I feel.
Yeah, you got to think Heath and Rhino might lose this because of that.
Brian, what do you think?
Heath and Rhino are absolutely going to lose this.
Yeah.
You think so? Why?
Well, they were gifted to be I agree with Bob. They were gifted to be the first champions, and that's what they gave Heath. They're not going to give him a title reign.
Yeah, but I mean, it can't just be, what is it, only a month now?
It doesn't matter. They're I mean, look at what happened tonight. He sat there eating cheese and crackers.
And
that's
honestly,
how they cut a
that's
promo.
kind of where I love this version of Rhino. I mean, he's been the man beast for how many years, and now he's wearing, he's running for whatever the hell it is in Michigan,
right.
and eating cheese and crackers on SmackDown.
Comptroller or alderman or some shit.
No, dude, he's running for the House.
I know, Bob.
Yeah.
I was being sarcastic.
Sign my bill or I'll gore you.
Rhino might
actually, that would be a
House of
great way.
Representatives.
I'd love it.
Dude, that would be a way to bring back Michigan, if he just threatened to gore everybody in the Senate.
If I disagreed with him politically, I'd be all in.
So the other ones, Apollo and Miz. I mean, excuse me, not Apollo. Apollo and Baron. Come on, guys. Apollo once again
That's
getting
an
squashed.
unfortunate one.
And this one, they look like they were just squashing him again to build a storyline for Corbin and Swagger. Like, they didn't even care
Just pull Swagger
that they
out
were
and
just
sorry, Apollo.
absolutely killing this guy. I mean, they've
Midget
turned
Bobby
him to...
Lashley is only there to help develop other talent now.
Well, Bob, don't you agree, though, that, like, do you remember
Hold
when
on,
Tyler...
wait. Rewind. Did he just call Apollo Crews midget Bobby Lashley?
He did.
Really, Bob?
It's not a bad comparison. I mean, he's not quite a midget
Little
comparatively.
Ashley. I like the
Only compare the
Little
black
Ashley.
people to the other black people.
But the thing is when Tyler Breeze came up, they jobbed him out almost immediately. They gave him very little push.
Slight
and
push
then,
with
right,
Summer
and then
Rae
jobbed him
That
out.
was because of backstage stuff. He dug his own hole.
Okay, well then, Bob, what's the case here with Apollo? Because I'm not even saying he has to win, but they've crushed him, and it seemed like they were behind him before his debut. And you can't be just like Rob with the smile is the only reason.
No, dude, he has the unforgivable sin in WWE. He has zero
Being black?
fucking charisma.
Oh.
Explain, what are you talking about with zero charisma? Talent-wise?
Like he can't.
Wrestling
he's
skill
saying
wise?
Have
he
you
can't
heard
cut
him
a promo.
His promos are flat.
So you mean to tell me, okay, you're just speaking of promos only. So you mean to tell me Roman fucking Reigns, the shittiest talker on the mic, he's gotten opportunity after opportunity, and you mean to tell me he has charisma,
Right, but
Bob?
the difference is when Roman Reigns goes into anger mode, you can actually look at him and go, oh, shit, that guy is angry.
No, I cannot.
When Cruz goes into anger mode, you're like, hey, look, he's still smiling.
I
agree
much,
with that point, Bob.
I highly disagree. You know why? Because when Roman goes into anger mode, the inflection, everything is the same to me. It's no change for me.
Yeah,
that's how I feel.
I agree. To say that Apollo Crews has no charisma, I think is not fair. I think yes, he's not getting out of that starstruck, I'm so happy to be here type of personality. But to say he has zero charisma, I think is an absolute lie and a sin.
But whose fault is that? Do you think that's
that
his,
creative's
or do you
fault?
think that's creative? I mean, some guys
Well,
look at
Brian, I'm glad
They
you
should
brought up
try
that
to
point.
Suggest him to do something
Yeah,
else.
because my point is, what character have you given Apollo? Everybody right now
Right.
has a character.
Right.
He has nothing.
Well, I think
They're like, just go out there and smile, and maybe that's why he does it.
to answer Brian's question, I do think that's lack of creative. Apollo, I think he has the entire package, but I think creative doesn't want to work. They could easily work on his mic skills with him. That's all he needs, in my opinion. Honestly.
I mean, it worked for you. We worked on your mic skills, and look, now we can hear you.
There you go.
He's
the
not.
only
He,
thing I
he's,
can think they're doing with Apollo is that this is building towards a heel turn, where he is going, and they're going to go that rough method of just loss after loss after loss until the likable guy just fucking has enough
Snaps,
of it,
yeah.
and then just destroys
like the Usos.
somebody who shouldn't be
Well,
beaten up.
okay.
you know?
Also, Apollo could be he could be considered heavyweight territory, but at the same time, the guy he can be a high flyer too. So maybe they don't know what to do with him exactly.
Well, that's a good point. Just because also his in-ring style, you don't necessarily see high-flying guys, especially of his size. You don't really see them flying around and being a heel. Usually, that kind of style, that's kind of more of the babyface.
Well,
Yeah.
well, let him grip a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we're kind of in ourselves repeating over it. Before we go to Miz and Ziggler to close this one out, Mizler. That's what I was about to say. What do we got online?
CT started with him eating cheese and crackers is still a better promo than Roman could ever do. Upload test. I like the brand split.
No, Rob, you didn't see it, but Rhino actually they reached for his crackers. The Usos did. And he goes, "Don't you take my crackers?"
Well, then that was awesome.
Yes,
I love that. I agree with Brian. I love this character of Rhino. Upload test says I like the brand split. This may be the first night we saw. However, one of the big downsides of having a split roster, and that's having the same feuds and same matches over and over. Unless they add new faces each episode, this will keep happening.
Well, the thing about that is that is lazy booking because there is so many guys who have not been on television during that whole time. They could throw any of those guys out.
Sure.
Singles, tag, doesn't matter. Just give somebody a push.
Right. And Juan is saying, don't blame Apollo. It's the booking. And I agree.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think he's lacking in charisma. He's not given the direction to use his charisma. And CT Apollo is the Aaron Burr of WWE.
All right. Well,
I will. This is the last thing I'll say. If it wasn't for Roman's looks, Roman wouldn't have any type of charisma.
Yeah,
that's just what I think.
It's because of the Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Number 2.
No, we're not done with one.
Oh, I thought you were transitioning.
We're not done with one.
Sorry.
Mizler.
I want to finish here, and we'll go to Bob first on this one. So Ziggler and Miz put on another match, but this one was well above the bar that all the others. And my question is, if they were capable of something like this, why didn't they do this at Backlash? Because this match I would have accepted, and I think, Bob, you would agree, you would have accepted Ziggler's loss as whatever if he put on a match like this one.
I honestly have not had and first of all, fuck y'all, because I know where this is going to go. I haven't had a problem, and I say that playfully, but I know I'm going to get shit for this statement. I haven't had a problem with any of the Miz Ziggler matches. This one was good, but I think it's subjective that this one was far better than the one at the pay-per-view.
But don't you agree? Why didn't they do this one at the pay-per-view?
That's like saying, well, both matches I thought were good. This was a better match, and some nights it clicks better than others. I can't explain it, but yes, I guess in a perfect world, if they could have had this match at the pay-per-view, that would have been great, but they didn't. I wasn't disappointed with the match I had at the pay-per-view.
All right, there was 2 minutes of analysis I could have back. Come on, Bob.
No, I wish I would have had this at the pay-per-view because I had a commercial break in the middle of the good match, and I had to sit through the bad one at the pay-per-view was my only point that I was going to make. And clearly, this isn't like a year later they came up with this match. This is a couple weeks. So I don't know if they had this in their arsenal. Why didn't they use it?
Also, the stakes keep rising on this. Like Ziggler, because the story that these two are telling is growing. I mean, Ziggler keeps getting fucked over, so his anger level is rising. Because his anger level is rising and his determination is farther, Miz has to defend harder and harder and harder. So honestly, their matches should get better with every step.
Okay, and I got one thing for you. This is just going to be a little bit of a fun thing for a second. What most of you guys don't know is that Bob and I, yes, we have wrestling in common, but we started like being friends over film. Ziggler, I've always said, looks like Kurt Russell. At the end of his promo tonight, he gave almost the same speech. He did not use the word fucking, but he used every other part of the speech from Kurt Russell at the end of the movie Best of Times to like rally them at halftime so they can go out and win. Did
he
Yeah,
now?
he kind of did. You're right.
you know that movie? Okay, so
Yeah, I didn't even catch that, but yeah, actually, now you say that, you're right.
Well, maybe you're onto something now, Adam.
dude. Because the thing that I don't like about Ziggler lately, because I used to be a fan, is I've realized because I'm such a pop culture weirdo that so much of his stuff is ripped off from someone else, and that's what upsets me. I think the most.
Okay, I have never denied the heavy usage of Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels has even said, Ziggler could probably be better if he was a lot less like me.
Yeah. And Kurt Russell and a little bit of Lassie.
So let's check quickly in line before we go to number 2.
Upload saying the matches seemed better because Miz is doing Daniels moves. Both guys are quality wrestlers, and WWE is doing a good job of passively aggressively continuing the Bryan Miz feud through their backstage promos.
Do not forget, one was the other's mentor on NXT back when it was a competition show.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, this feud, there's as long as it's been going on, there's definitely layers of it. Like you said, the thing with Daniel Bryan, the thing with NXT. I think for the match that they had tonight, the reason why it kind of resonates is there was a lot of outside, they used a lot of gimmicks. They had the spray, they had Maurice kind of out there and then get thrown out, or in the other order, but there was a lot of outside influences with the match, and I think that definitely added to their
and the fans were engaged.
Yeah.
They really enjoyed the match. Like, they got involved. That's why I don't understand it, why they didn't do that at the pay-per-view, because they almost got booed. Let's go
number 2.
Number 2. We're gonna keep this one short and sweet because there's really not much to go on. But
are we gonna hate on Roman? Oh, wrong show.
But Daniel Bryan comes out at the end of the show, tells Dean Ambrose, yeah, by the way, don't forget Shane said that you'll get a one-on-one rematch like you're supposed to because you were the former champ. And he says that's going to be next week, which normally we know exactly, like if let's say it was going to be a one-on-one against Cena, we know that AJ would probably win. Because it's going to be a triple threat at No Mercy, there is a chance that Dean could win. So they did get a little bit of something right with the element of surprise, don't you think, Steve?
A little bit, but I don't know if Dean's going to win or not.
I don't either, but we can see that there's going to be something that happens.
Yeah, and it's elevating Dean right now because he needs it now. He doesn't have the belt.
Yeah, most of the other stuff with the promos and everything else, I'm sure we'll cover in best and worst. But Brian, you got any thoughts to add?
Well,
to that?
I mean, we've just been saying that Dean he's definitely better, chasing the title, and I think this just kind of, proves the point.
Bob, what was your take on the whole thing? Hello, Bob.
I will be completely honest with you. I was telling my wife goodnight.
Oh, man, Bob.
That's okay.
Oh,
What a guy.
Bob, letting the audience know he has a heart.
Fuck you guys. I love her.
Yeah, Bob's like the cowardly lion.
It's still real to me.
He didn't need courage. He had the heart. So,
okay, so wait, which match are you talking about? I apologize.
we were talking about the Ambrose and Cena. Basically,
Good match.
no, what we were talking about was, more importantly, was that Daniel Bryan announcing that Ambrose gets a one-on-one before the triple threat. Normally it's kind of predictable, but it could go either way since they're already all booked in the triple threat. I mean, if they wanted to run up Dean and AJ's titles, times, not reigns, then they could do that.
I don't. The only thing I can get from this is maybe this is a chance, because they don't really have like a bad guy heel, like somebody who you're like, oh, this person could be dangerous. Maybe this is their opportunity to make Ambrose a little bit more of the dangerous one.
Did you see Talking Smack?
And do something, a little bit violent to AJ to show that this, maybe to help sell the pay-per-view. I don't know, man.
I mean, we're going to get to it in a little bit, but did you see
Yeah.
Talking Smack at all?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I did, and it was my least favorite Talking Smack they've done.
Yeah, well, that actually was, the ones I've seen, I agree with that.
I didn't see anything tonight, but I got to tell you, Ambrose feels to me like the human equivalent of a pulled punch. He shows the force, but he never connects. It always just seems so popcorn muscle, so fake.
It's like Princess Leia, the Jedi that can't use a lightsaber.
Right. I don't believe he'll ever hurt anyone.
I just no. Tonight's Talking Smack felt like, at the end of the Smoking the Bandit films where it's just Dom DeLuise and Burt Reynolds just fucking with each other.
Oh, yeah, it's outtakes, yeah.
That's what tonight felt like with him and Daniel Bryan.
It was like all the outtakes he couldn't use earlier in the show.
Yeah, they were just goofing off. Now, I don't get I don't get your hatred of Dean Ambrose.
Wait, no. Rob's hatred of Dean Ambrose is because of me.
No, I know I don't hate Dean Ambrose. It's not a hate
He's
thing.
got the same hate boner for him that he does for Roman, and it's weird.
No,
Now you're defending Roman.
No, that is
no. He wishes Roman would die.
That is unfair.
I think he just wants Dean to go away.
I see skill in Dean. I don't hate Dean. I think Dean has potential for many things. I just personally, he bores me in the ring at times. I think he can move. If he moved faster, he moves too slow for his build. He's a little guy. I mean, let's be real. He's a little guy, and
it's those jeans. It's hard to run. Rob.
They're a little too tight.
That is what it is. Then change the damn jeans. But I'm just saying he can't play that muscle bound. I'll move slowly and hit you role. He needs to move quicker, and he moves slow in the ring, and he drags matches.
Well, being the psychopath he is, he just.
Well, I've always thought Dean.
But isn't?
Hold on, Bob. What do you got, Kiera?
No, finish your point, Bob. Go ahead, man.
Now
somebody fucking talk.
Oh, okay. What I was about to say was, I always thought Dean was kind of sloppy in the ring. I think that's his style, though, in a way, because even in the Shield,
like Dana Brooke.
No. Even in the Shield, he had that style. Like that's what made him unique in his character when he was in the Shield. He was crazy still, but he always had that sloppy /
it was
psychotic style.
Yeah, but I felt it was more unpredictable than sloppy.
It was a little more like he honestly had me thinking at some point that he was like really off. So I think he's kind of like chilled or laxed from that ever since he's gone solo. And it just looks like he doesn't care that much now. He's just like, okay, I'm the crazy lunatic. I've made it solo, but now he's just become complacent.
Yeah, complacent. Doesn't care.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Go ahead, Bob.
I think part of the problem that I see flaws in Dean Ambrose, but I think one of the biggest flaws is too much of being able to appreciate his current character is having to know about his history and what he did at other feds. I think if you know about those things, it's easier to appreciate what he's doing in the ring. But if you don't know those things, it doesn't. The character does kind of come across a little bit flat.
Yeah, you have to look up John Moxley.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
I think it requires knowing how violent and dangerous he can be in order to appreciate his slowness. And instead of looking at slow, I look at it as methodical.
All right, what do we got online, Rob?
We got a couple things I'll jump back to. CT actually said Ambrose needs to be more like John Moxley. That gimmick. Upload. He's a Street Fighter bar brawler gimmick. And those fighters tend to be slower. Yeah, but he shouldn't be a slower gimmick. He runs around the ring doing dives out of the ring.
Yeah.
He should move quicker.
Yeah, he looks at times like he moves at the pace of Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin's acceptably moving at that pace because he's huge.
He's taller,
CT saying Miz should choke Brian with a tie like Brian did to an announcer on his debut.
Wow.
Juan says Daniel got booed for the first time. He said he wasn't received by the fans very well.
No. At the beginning of the show, he said, actually, hold that thought for 1 second because that's topic number 3.
I'll hold that.
Let's
see. And CT, Dean is the king of sloppy style. Look,
sloppy style.
I just
sloppy style.
Slop style.
Sloppy style.
Who said that?
I think
CT.
because I said he was kind
CT. We were vibing for so long. That's the first time we disagree.
Look, I'm just saying I don't hate the guy, but I mean you can't deny. When was the last time you saw him in a match and you were like, that was a fucking like main event, awesome beginning to fucking end match that told a great fucking
the street
story.
fight with Kevin Owens from I think January.
I will say the ladder match that he
it was I loved it.
The match that he and Luke Harper had.
But he had it with who?
The match that he and Luke Harper had at what pay-per-view was that?
For the U.S.
TLC?
title, like back when they were still Shield?
It might have been TLC.
No, he was solo. This was probably like the first few months after he became solo.
And he had some really good ladder matches and stuff
remember
too.
that match? That was a pretty. That told a story. I really.
Okay, so you got 2 matches out of the last 10, 11 months.
Yeah,
but that was in the very
he hasn't
beginning.
been. But here's the thing: he hasn't been anywhere close to the bottom of like those match cards. Maybe he hasn't been the guy or the match or whatever that night, but he's never like in the bottom 3. He's always in the top 3.
I'm just saying, and I don't hate him, but I don't get excited for his matches.
Look, okay, I'll give you this, Adam.
All right, yeah.
I was a fan of Dean when he was in the Shield. I liked him. Besides, like Seth, he stood out to me as well because he had that crazy, edgy, lunatic character. But it just seems like like I said before, once he became solo, he just kind of like a little died down a little from it. He's become so complacent where
I'm as critical as anybody because I'm a big fan and I want to defend him. The point is when he has the title, he's lazy. It doesn't work. When he's doing the rest of the stuff, other than the couple slow moves, which I will give you guys on that one too, but he's got a gimmick that is the way I always compare him is to Stone Cold, just simply on the title fact that he's better chasing it than he is owning it. And Bob, you've agreed with me on that one.
Yeah, nobody ever talks about those amazing Stone Cold title runs
because they were
always
very
talk
short.
About his fighting for the title.
Yeah. Because they were always short, and even when he got it, he would get screwed right out of it next.
Yeah, but I always
looked
forward to a Stone Cold match.
Yeah, even
I'm sorry.
Even if he didn't have the
CT's saying it's not a bad thing because he is a bar brawler. He needs to be a bit sloppy to make it believable. He's still legit badass. I get that. I just disagree.
I get that. I see the bar brawler gimmick in him. I'm just saying he seems like he's becoming a little too chillaxed.
I see it too. He looks like the 22-year-old who can't hold his liquor and is in the middle of the bar at 11 o'clock going, "I'll fucking kick your ass."
Well,
crazy.
I got
fucking crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm playing the host card. We're doing too much on my boy. We're not getting anywhere. Moving on.
Number three,
since we brought it up a second ago on the chat line there, or chat board, whatever you want to call it, the contract signing. So Alexa Bliss and
Adam's new favorite female wrestler
and Becky come out and do a contract signing. But what was important was that the start of it, Daniel Bryan comes out and says, "Hey everybody, we got a contract signing," and this is where he got booed. He said, "But they're not going to have any physicality whatsoever. They're just going to talk out here."
What?
So that's why he got booed, because everybody, of course, wanted to see some violence. And what happened? Alexa Bliss, pushes the table and kind of throws the contract at Becky.
Yeah, and he's just kind of poking fun at, their own product.
Yeah.
Okay, who was this? I
They
didn't
cut
see
on
this.
each other.
Do what?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
What was that,
The
Bob?
promos that they cut on each other was fucking gold.
I did like that.
Alexa's just up and comer there. I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good work. It's a good gimmick. I hope that they keep Becky with the title, but give Alexa some kind of don't squash her in the loss.
Right. Be like the Dean Ambrose of the women's division.
Oh, come
Always
on.
fighting for the title.
And I thought it was very brave.
Terrible segue,
I thought it was
Steve.
they had that open the show. I don't know. I mean, I thought that was kind of surprising.
Well, and that was a big push, I think, to get the open of the show to be for the women's.
Oh, especially look at Alexa Bliss. She was in NXT, a couple months ago, and now she's opening Tuesday Night Smackdown Live.
Well, and the other thing that felt weird is they opened the show like it was going into a pay-per-view. Last night, to compare to Raw at the first time did not feel like one of those pre-pay-per-view shows. It felt like just a normal Raw. And tonight, SmackDown felt like a pre-pay-per-view show. There was a lot of heavy promos, really, really short matches, with a couple long ones thrown in there. I mean, it was just it's like SmackDown has been a little inconsistent, but I did like that they did. I mean, we've clamored for a little bit of hardcore in the women's division, and kind of throwing the table on. I haven't seen anything that crazy before.
There's a TLC coming up in December.
Oh, I
don't know if it's a SmackDown or a Raw pay-per-view, but
what do we got online?
CT just said, "Dear Daniel, nobody fucking likes board meetings." So there you go. I don't.
Oh well. Oh yeah, because he called them out and just said, "Hey, let's talk. We're not going to get violent." He must mean that.
Obviously, I don't get to watch Tuesday with you guys. I get here late after
You're
work.
lucky.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But
not really.
I just with Daniel, is it not getting better? Is he just still this bad at his job?
I thought he improved tonight.
Well, and that's the thing. Daniel Bryan tonight. Here's the thing. He did do something tonight in the heel department to kind of push himself a little bit so they don't have face, but he is so unbelievable at it. Like, even when he was getting in Miz's face about the contract, when he was talking to the crowd, none of it felt real. Even at the end, oh, by the way, AJ, Ambrose is going to get a match against you. None of it. It's
hard to believe. It's not believable.
It almost
comes from
feels,
a hippie kind of guy.
Yeah, it feels. Bob, you'll probably remember this. It feels like the nights that they let Seth Green run Raw.
My God!
No.
I think y'all desperately want Daniel Bryan to be a heel GM, and I just keep looking at him going no, he's just an ex-wrestler who's now an executive. And he's got a bad guy who keeps fucking with him, but now, because of that contract, he was able to kind of gloat tonight I don't think it was being a bad guy. I don't think it was a heel move. I think it was a guy who was just like, by the way, you piece of shit, you're going to have this match because it's in your fucking contract.
I think it'd be worth it to see Hunter and Stephanie go up to Brian and give him that kind of "we fucking told you so" look. Like, oh, how do you like it now? Now that you're in power and you got little people giving you shit all the fucking time.
Yeah. And maybe that's the whole thing is they're like trying to put them through a little bit of trial by fire, give them a taste of what it's like. What do we got? Upload test.
Alexa Bliss came out the strongest from that opening segment, showing she can pull off a strong promo.
I thought Becky Lynch kind of looked pretty
She looked
bad. Not necessarily in the promo department, but just kind of she's the champion and she get hits in the head with the clipboard. Come on.
Yeah, Becky's good with promos when it's like 80s style, like by yourself in the promo room. I'm gonna
Cindy Lauper style.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna beat you up.
Persona.
In the moment after a victory, I think that's her best.
Right, but just promo. an in-ring promo in your face, she seems to stumble to me.
Well, and part of it is just because I don't know if it's the accent or what, but she does not know where to do the vocal inflections. Like, she'll be like, screaming, and now we have to get really loud. It's
I noticed that.
No, that's backwards, Becky.
Okay.
But Alexa's always been solid on the mic. I mean, she's been a heel for most of her career. So I've always thought that she delivered solid promos.
I mean, she's been a heel the entire
Speaking
time.
of Kira delivering solid promos,
Show me the money.
Hey guys, it's your girl Kiara from Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. Since Royal Rumble 2016, we have been striving to bring you an entertaining smart mark perspective from the world of professional wrestling. What we do is a labor of love, but new equipment and segments cost time and money. If you have enjoyed our show, we ask that you become a patron and donate what you can to help us continue to improve and grow week to week. Make a donation and we will let you pick a topic or join us for a segment of the broadcast. It's real easy. Go to markedoutwrestling.com and click on the Be a Patron link at the top. We thank you in advance for anything you can do to help. And as always, thank you for the privilege of your time.
Show me the money! Show me the money! Show me the money! Show me the money! You my motherfucker! Show me the money!
I'm just going to let you know, Adam, I said that with a broken freaking neck. No, I said it. I was sick as a dog that day.
Oh, well,
it sounded all right.
If that's what it takes, I'm glad winter's coming soon because you sound best when you're sick as a dog, apparently.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Winter is coming. So now is our best worst segment. Khaleesi. We got lots of stuff to talk about in this. Probably keep it quick because we did a lot of commentary. So just quick, short bursts of why. We're going to start with Bob. What's your show winner?
Show winner, I'm going to give... You know what? I'm going to give it to Becky. I actually really like the promo she cut tonight. Yeah, she had some inflection problems, but it's actually the most character growth she's had probably since SmackDown, since the brand split.
Well, it is, I mean, she wasn't really showcased too much in terms of promos and stuff like that when she was on Raw. So I agree with that. What do you got, Stevie?
I went with The Miz overall tonight. They're in match and the promo work. Great.
Yeah, he got the victory, that's for sure. Brian, what do you got?
As critical as we've been about him, Dean Ambrose beating John Cena clean in the main event.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I missed that. Okay.
Yeah, and so that actually is exactly mine. Mine is
clean?
Yeah.
Oh, duh.
Clean. No interference.
Nothing.
AJ didn't get involved till after the match was completely over, and he didn't even distract the ref or distract anybody. He stayed seated at ringside, so it was clean. I got Dean for the same reason. Kiara, what do you got?
I have Apollo Crews.
Apollo Crews.
Just to piss Bob off.
Just because
do not get that goddamn ding. Do not ding her for Apollo Crews.
Rob is doing it just to piss you off with a big smile on his face. Rob, what do you got? Who's yours?
I'm going to let guys on the board, I'm going to let you guys kind of take my turn.
Because he didn't see the show, that's why he's doing it.
Alexa Quinn, Harley Bliss, that's what CT says. And also, CT says they could push the women's division by having 3 women from each brand have a Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see him get a little hardcore or something, but yeah, put that together and be a mixed interpromotional, whatever they call it.
But my show winner is going to be Bob for having a working telephone.
Hey.
Hi-oh.
I thought it was on our end. Now we're blaming Bob again?
Oh, no, I'm just – go ahead. Move on.
All right. Show loser. Stevie, kick us off.
Show loser, Apollo, because once again just got thrown around by Baron. I mean, didn't get shit tonight.
As soon as I saw that you wrote that down, that's why I went to you first. Brian, what do you got?
I actually had Jack Swagger, returning Jack Swagger, and now he's getting thrown into the whole Baron Corbin, Apollo Crews mess.
Yeah. They're bringing him over because Berto's gone, and they're trying to make Corbin relevant. Bob, what do you got?
Show loser is 100% Cruz.
Jesus.
Sorry, Kiera.
And
it just
now,
was. It's not his fault.
As Kiera shakes her head, who is your show loser, Kiera?
Baron fucking Corbin. Mr. No Ass.
No ass. Well, it's because he lost so much weight. I think it's all sagging down his thighs.
It was never no ass.
Okay.
Never.
My show loser is John Cena. John Cena losing clean to Dean
definitely.
Ambrose. He's talked a lot of shit, and there was no screw job ending. There was nothing. It was a battle, lots of kickouts. He got some AAs in, but he didn't get the victory. Rob, who's your loser?
My loser is just going to be off of you guys. I'm going to go with Cena because that's fucking awesome. And CT says David Otunga is show loser. Upload Test is going with I'll go with Cena with the clean loss as well.
My favorite thing that I ever kind of like stumped you on is like, do you want Roman to win the belt again, or do you want Cena to get number 16? And you just went,
I can't answer that with a clear conscience.
I know.
I can't.
Yeah, so
it's horrible.
Move on to best promo. This time we're going to start with Brian. Brian, who's your best promo or video package?
I had Slater and Rhino, or Rhino and Slater. I'm not sure what they're going by yet, but Rhino with the crackers and cheese. I hope that's his new thing.
That was hilarious. Kira, what do you got?
I didn't see the show tonight, but I'm going off of what you guys were saying.
Way to break kayfabe.
Alexa Bliss. What? Rob gets to be honest.
Yeah, but now it looks like half the damn show didn't watch it.
It's not
Bob.
true. It's not true.
What is this?
And I like supporting my women, and I love Alexa. Since day one, baby.
What is this?
So Alexa Bliss.
That's Alexa's theme.
I couldn't barely.
Is she here?
I wish. Bob, who's your best promo video package?
I'll have to stick with Becky, but I do want to give a special shout out to the art department of the WWE, painting up the sheep mask to look like Pogo the Clown. Genius.
Is that a Purge reference?
Oh, man.
No.
No,
Pogo the Clown was John Wayne Gacy's alter ego. It was the clown that he dressed up as.
That's way darker.
Those creepy clowns in the woods nowadays.
Yeah, that's where Bob's and my films disappear, where he watches these crazy documentaries about people like that.
I remember John Wayne Gacy.
I didn't go yet, so I'm going to go because I don't know who else hasn't gone. I'm going to say AJ, champ that runs the camp. I thought his promo was really good when he cut tonight. He goes, "There's no way anyone will beat me for this title because I just refuse to give it up." He goes, "But the problem with the triple threat is I don't need to get pinned." And so, I mean, he just pointed out right there. Stevie, did you go?
I am not.
Go.
I didn't like Kurt Hawkins tonight. That video package he did was pretty funny. He had that dodgeball feel like we talked about.
Yeah, he felt just like White Goodman.
Just
the
cheesy
whole
as
thing.
hell, but it was good.
Oh, at Globo Gym we have this. Well, Kurt Hawkins does this. It felt too like it. Rob, what do you got?
Best promo package. I'm gonna go. Mr. Perfect got 18 hole-in-ones in a row. That was just amazing.
Yeah,
that was pretty good. And
he did it on 17 holes, I think. Too.
Exactly right. Juan says, or Upload says, this might be the beginning of Cena no longer being Superman. And Juan says, Cena time to retire and marry Nikki Bella.
Well, and it would have been a big squash if Dean had lost clean right after losing the title. So I like that he beat Cena. It doesn't kill him too bad. Kiara, we're going to start up with you. I know your fuck up of the night was announcing that you hadn't seen the show, but go ahead and tell us your other fuck up of the night.
Probably losing in my fantasy football league.
Oh yeah,
I know something else is fucked up.
Yeah, we're I'll cover that real quickly. The standings there.
Yeah.
Steve, what do you got?
Oh, I got the fuck up of the night. No Shane O'Mac. I mean, they referenced him once, but I mean, Stephanie's been on Raw with Mick.
I thought he would
have that element.
Wasn't he supposed to take over Talking Smack this week with Daniel?
That's what I thought because Renee's birthday was yesterday. I thought she'd take the night off, but nope.
Right.
Yeah, didn't make any sense. Fuck up of the night, Brian.
You know, I didn't necessarily think that I didn't see anything personally that I thought was totally fucked up. But I will say when I went to go turn on Talking Smack before we were on the air, I don't even know what the hell I turned on. We were watching about 10 minutes of like a Bella DVD or something.
Yeah, it oddly
That was weird.
That was
That was
fucked
a
up.
fuck
The
up.
three of us tried to turn it on.
It
And
was
we
the
just,
damnedest thing ever.
Yeah,
Blowing my mind.
yeah. So, Steve, did you go? You already went.
Yes.
My fuck up of the night was the tag match, stiff, and yet another the women's tag match. It was stiff, yet another kind of DQ, no contest kind of ending. It's like we don't know what to do with you, but we don't know who to put over, and we don't know who to squash, so we're just going to end every match without actually ending the matches. I don't like that at all. Rob, what do you got? Fuck up of the night.
We're going to go upload test. Fuck up of the night was Apollo Crews getting muted when he got kicked into the post.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, Bob.
You are such a dick.
Booking error of the night, I'm going to start that one off. 3 repeat matches and another, as I just said, the DQ no contest finish for the women's division. Kiara, what is your booking error of the night?
Yeah, Apollo Crews fighting Baron Corbin.
She is sticking with that horse. Steve, what do you got?
I had no other tag team representation tonight. No, Bod Villains, Breezango, Hype Brothers.
Yeah,
those
4
guys,
tag
Ascension.
teams. Yeah. 4 tag
What the
teams
hell?
not even on the show. That's 8 guys. That's why I was saying, like, you could have made different booking choices. Brian, what do you got?
I had opening the show with the contract signing. Although I did like it, I thought it was I'm just not a fan of opening a show with promo heavy stuff.
And well, sometimes it has to happen to project the storyline. Rob, you gonna finish this one?
Sure. Well, first we'll jump back real quick. Upload test. Fucked up was I saw that one. CT said having Otunga on commentary is always a fuck up.
Can't disagree there.
And booking error of the night. Move on.
Yeah. All right. So least shitty match. We're gonna.
I got a question.
Oh yeah.
Am I not participating in this anymore?
Oh, actually.
Yeah, we said fuck you, Bob.
I forgot. What is your booking error, Bob?
Okay, my fuck up of the night.
Yeah, well,
wait. My fuck up of the night was skipping you. Now, what is your fuck up of the night?
My fuck up of the night was Naomi's hair getting snagged in her glasses
Oh,
halfway
no.
down the ramp.
We might have fast forward through that.
Shit.
Oh, I missed it because
You're going to twerk on the Connors.
yeah, we were
logo.
running
That's
late,
just
so we
forward.
fast forwarded through Diva entrances.
And booking error of the night has to be, and I bash on him, but the misuse of Apollo Crews. There's got to be a better way to use him on TV than getting
I didn't see that
squashed
coming.
You are so
3 fucking
inconsistent.
weeks in a row.
Contradicting there.
What the fuck is this shit?
What are you doing, Bob? Are you
running
doing,
for office, Bob?
Are you doing shrooms? What's wrong with you?
I think he's running for offense the way he keeps hopping the fence.
He sucks.
There's gotta be, I mean, okay, I don't see the long-term talent in him, but there's got to be a better use than just getting squashed. They're doing nothing to promote the character at all. Right now, it's
Because he doesn't really have one.
Well, fuck it, let the smiling guy get killed.
Yeah.
I think we have a budding Apollo Crews fan right there.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe we won him over.
You know
Bob,
you want to.
we're going to stick with you since we skipped you before. Least shitty match. What do you got?
It's got to be Ms. Dolph.
Upload test agrees.
Yeah, I agree with Ms. Dolph. They did put on a show. Brian, you got anything?
Same thing,
Same
Ms.
thing.
Dolph.
Steve?
I think that's unanimous. Ms. Dolph.
Well, let's see. There were 2 people who haven't seen the show. What, Kiera,
Well,
what do
it's
you got?
not. I got Cena versus Dean.
Okay. You got Cena versus Dean. She didn't know it, but she did pick well.
Jumping on the board. Apparently, everybody's raging over Otunga right now. Juan says he needs to go. CT just says he's the Roman Reigns of commentators.
He's like that bowel movement that won't pass.
Don't even need him at all. Just
Wow,
have 2.
That is
Screw it.
absolutely disgusting. So let's see. Juan says, okay, upload test says Ms. Ziggler least shitty. CT Cruz needs to be the new writer.
He already is.
Cruz,
He is the new writer?
Cruz need not to be the new writer.
Yeah, but that's what he's becoming
Right.
really quickly.
And he's a combo of power and agility. He is the Black Neville.
Yeah, he's getting about the
I can
same
dig
level
that.
of push.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to opportunity tonight. Let's start with Steve. We'll give you the opportunity to lead off.
Dean Ambrose for getting the win over John Cena and still being relevant without the title.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. Bob, what do you got? Opportunity tonight.
Carmella. I think she really took tonight to step away from those other 3 women in that match and really shine. I see a legitimate heel coming out of the women's division on SmackDown.
Yeah,
I think she's doing a great job, and I think she made the best of it.
Yeah, she did. She did on SmackDown. I don't know about Talking Smack, but we'll get to that in just a minute.
Slap anybody?
Brian, what do you got?
I had Alexa Bliss. Like I said before, opening the show with the contract signing.
And getting the better of Becky.
Yeah, she had the upper hand.
Kiara.
I'm going to have to go with your boy Dean.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to go with somebody out of the box. Just because you guys disagreed with me, I still don't care. It's my show, so I'm going to call it. Daniel Bryan's attempt to be a heel tonight, even if it wasn't full heel, him holding people accountable and trying to be a more involved GM, especially in an absentee Shane night.
You disrespectful, stupid idiot.
Thank you, Rob. What is your opportunity tonight, other than to get that one in on me?
Right. CT says least shitty match was Sanders versus the Chicken.
Is that a shot at Bob?
I think it was. I think it was. And upload test, Alexa with the promo was opportunity of the night.
Yeah, that's true. So the announcer botch gold is where we're going to end here. I'm going to go first. I'm just going to do a botch because it was JBL once again with the botch that I thought just was terrible. He says Ambrose doesn't have the sense to not quit. I don't even, number one, that doesn't make sense, really. Nobody should say it that way. And then he's basically saying he
Double
should
negative.
quit.
Who said
Yeah,
this?
double negative. Does that mean he should quit, JBL? So, yeah,
Just
JBL.
Southern thing.
He's an idiot. Brian, did you catch anything?
I didn't, but I know Steve.
JBL actually got a good one in
Yeah.
tonight. I'll give him credit for one. Because when during the Orton match, and he said, well, someone would have said vintage Orton. I wonder who that would have been. Shot at Michael Cole.
And he goes, but I don't remember who that guy is that says that. And
Good one.
Yeah, it was definitely
I like
shots
that.
fired. Bob, did you have anything there?
Yeah, whoever backstage told Alexa Bliss to use the contract as a weapon, that was it didn't look good on television, and it's the only reason why I didn't give any more credit to Alexa Bliss, because no matter what she did at the end of that, all I could think about was she hit her with a binder and Becky crumpled.
Well, did you notice that the corner of the binder hit Becky right in the forehead or temple area?
The Trapper Keeper of Death.
Yeah.
That was kind of like a Foxy fuck-up moment there.
The only way that could possibly hurt you in any way is if you throw it so that the corner that has that little post in it hits you.
Now,
How random is that?
when Alexa flipped the table and it came crashing down on her ankle, that was pretty good. But the
It's like, you gotta warn me about
contract
these
was
things.
dumb.
Yeah, it looked like a little tantrum after that. At least she didn't start slapping her like Carmella. So, Rob, you got anything over there from anybody else?
No, they're quiet.
All right, then let's move on to our Talking Smack.
I like how you did the hand signal like I have music to play.
Yeah, I realized that you never do my production
Did
stuff.
you do everybody?
You're supposed to come in here on a certain day and sit down and do your production stuff with me.
All right.
But your ass never gets the couch.
We
Did
went,
you do everyone's answer?
We went camping and said,
Did we skip Kara?
Do you have an announcer botch gold? You didn't even watch the show.
You do
okay.
one?
Well, yes, please share.
No, I kind of noticed the same thing in that
Yeah,
Steve
so
did
Kiara,
before.
Kiara, please.
Yeah.
Oh, I just had David Otunga for botch. Simply just going off of upload test. And
Way to piggyback there, Kiara.
and my boy Mardo Onato. I can never say his
Milli
name.
Vanilli.
Yeah, he's
Moro Renato.
he is fucking epic on the mic.
He is,
So
yeah.
he's my winner every week for announcer.
Okay. What do we got online there, Rob?
Just CT. Irish people are weak to binders and lack of potatoes.
They did have a famine there.
Wow, that's good.
So Talking Smack live recap real quick. We had Carmella on there. She, in my opinion, just looked like shit. She said
She didn't look like shit.
Well, yeah, okay, she didn't look like shit. She sounded like shit. She came out and said, go ask some monkeys in the Bronx Zoo if they would switch places with Nikki, and they'll tell you that they wouldn't. That's how crap Nikki is.
Okay, dude, did you get the
What?
best part of that?
What?
Was right after she said that, the camera went on, I can't remember the blonde lady's name, but
Renee
the
Young.
camera
Renee,
went on her, and Renee rolled her eyes so goddamn hard.
She does that.
It was fucking
well.
hysterical.
Yeah, Steve said, what did you say, Steve?
I mean, this might be a little too harsh to share on the radio, but
I'm going to share it if you don't.
We're not on the radio.
I'm going to share it if you don't.
Just put a dick in your mouth and just look good.
Steve, comment of the night. That's the announcer gold. And then we also have Daniel Bryan. He actually, for 5 fucking seconds, seems like he's going to do a great work and finally address the Miz thing. And he calls out WWE and says, WWE won't allow me to say the truth. and all this other stuff and da 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 da. And then he quickly turns it into, oh, by the way, I'm just trying to promote this documentary that never aired because I got hurt and yada yada yada. And here's a hashtag. Here's a hashtag. Here's a hashtag. I actually
Release
don't
the bear.
Release the bear.
Release the bear.
Release the bear. Release the. Come on.
I was actually offended by that.
He had a second where he could have done something worthwhile, and instead he felt like Ann Coulter at the roast trying to promote a book.
Yeah, my problem with Daniel Bryan is every time the few times I've seen the Talking Smack show, he's pushing himself on everybody. Like last time, he's pushing Jill Stein as his presidential candidate, trying to get Dolph to talk about who he's going to vote for. And I'm like, okay, maybe I agree with you, Brian, but you know what? I'm watching wrestling right now.
Yeah, you're not in character.
Yeah,
right?
and I don't care about your Free the Fucking Bear campaign.
Yeah, well, and he was saying WWE won't release it. All you fans come and do it. Basically, like how he got hold of Raw that one night. Everybody come in the ring. I'm going to do what I want.
He needs to fucking go.
So,
real quick, Juan is upset that we're not talking about Randy. Is there something about Randy going on?
Well, we're gonna. Yeah,
well,
I thought
actually,
we were.
the reason we're not talking, I guess we can do. We were going to probably cover Randy in the open, so we'll get to that because he just didn't make a topic. There wasn't enough that happened, but we will talk about it, Juan. So hold on one second.
All right, and CT, real quick, CT, if Nikki had said that about Naomi, she'd be labeled as a racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
What was that?
Because
yes,
yeah.
What am I missing there?
I don't know.
What happened?
Oh, maybe just because.
Fill us in, Bob.
What was that? Read it again, Rob.
It said if Nikki had said that about Naomi, she'd be labeled a racist piece of shit.
Well, yeah, it's not really that cool to compare a gorilla to a black lady. I'll go ahead and agree with that statement.
Okay.
I'm lost here. I didn't know.
Bob being in Memphis, he knows the racial hot buttons. I lived there for 6 years. It's you sometimes you can just say the wrong thing and somebody snaps.
No, I mean, who did something? I'm completely lost here.
Carmella calling Nikki the
analogy.
monkeys wouldn't want to be Nikki.
Oh,
well,
I just thought it was stupid.
Oh, she said monkey.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense.
I mean, okay, I agree with that.
We keep getting off topic. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so and then the final guest on Talking Smack was Dean. He came out. He did a pretty good shoot against everybody, but everybody that's gone on there to a certain extent has broken kayfabe, have broken down the walls, has done something, and they've never let, like, Dean he's kind of stayed in character, and I didn't like it, and that's part of why I thought Talking Smack was like the worst.
He was
either
like that on
Carmella
Stone
was
Cold.
saying nothing,
Right.
or Dean Ambrose and Daniel Bryan were doing works. It really upset me.
You know what would work for? Go ahead, Bob.
No, go ahead.
No, he didn't watch it.
What would
Yours
work?
is more
What would
important.
work for Dean? Just seeing him in like the reality shows, and when they actually show him like as himself, I don't mind
like
that.
Swerve.
Okay, well, no. In all fairness, did y'all ever watch The Table for Three?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. He was like jabbing his fork into a potato, like a whole potato, and just eating up fork. He might not be the most
Stable?
calm, rational human being.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I
I'm beginning to wonder if this just is who Dean Ambrose is.
No, I disagree, and I'll tell you why. Because I think you're
real.
I think you're right, but wrong in a sense. Is he possibly a little twisted in his mind just from whatever he's gone through? Sure, I don't think he's all there for real. But when I've seen him in reality shows, kind of playing this being himself, he's a really quiet guy. He's that kind of guy that sits in the corner and plays with his food, and then he ask him a question, he gives you a quick answer, and that's pretty much it. He's not a very engaging guy. So the character he plays on TV in the ring is nothing like him.
The creator's like, I guess it's gonna have to roll with that.
I guess I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought he could have done a little more. He could have done something. He could have broken character even for a second, since his girlfriend's birthday was yesterday. He stayed in there the whole time, and he kind of tried. It made it sound like he was trying to almost go to the Miz level, but he didn't have the guy he was talking to there. So it's really tough for somebody to, make all those claims and do that whole shoot when there's nobody on the other side.
Okay, am I the only person that found that kind of like disturbing that Adam knows Renee Young's birthday? He is
we did it yesterday.
diehard fan.
We did it on the Medine did it yesterday.
on this day.
Yeah, the podcast you skipped, we discussed it.
Upload's just saying
I
that
didn't skip
Renee,
it.
Lana, and Naomi get
Jackass.
down. Yeah, they party pretty hard. Dude. and CT, don't worry about it, man. It wasn't a big deal. Really, let it go.
So we are going to go on now, I guess, then to our...
Again, I don't have music for this.
Yes, you do.
Oh, you're going to that. Look, You can't show me the whiteboard and put it behind.
Show
the,
me the whiteboard.
You put it behind the fucking screen.
Show me the whiteboard.
Oh my god.
Kiara is gonna do some trivia.
You're such a dick.
You're such a dick. Okay, so Bob,
you
remember not to answer until Kiara goes to you, so that we have time to write it down.
Scream shit out as soon as I get a thought. Got it.
Got it. Yeah, Bob follows directions well.
So I was originally going to go with some Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock trivia, but I made it too simple, so I'm going to go with some WrestleMania trivia. So you guys ready?
There we go.
All right.
All right, there's 10 questions total.
I mean, WrestleMania time. We're in September.
Yep. So, first question. What?
She didn't even get it. Just keep going. You're doing
I'm focused,
great.
Man.
You're doing better than Bob already.
What was the name of the move that Brock Lesnar botched at WrestleMania 19, leaving him with a concussion? I'll even give you multiple choice.
Go hold.
We're not.
Don't
Bob.
spoil it, Bob.
Bob?
No.
He's
Multiple
kidding.
choice.
It's a joke.
I'll give you. These are all multiple choice. These are all multiple choice. Was it the shooting star elbow drop, the shooting star DDT, shooting star senton, or the shooting star press?
Oh, sorry. Did you say shooting star DDT?
Yes.
Yes.
I've seen that.
Gotta get you.
Just saying.
Hey, don't laugh at that. That's why Brian's getting a plastic hip.
I have seen a shooting star DDT before, actually.
I don't know if I've seen a shooting star DDT.
And I'm sure
Brian's getting a plastic.
300-pounder do that.
It actually might be titanium.
Brian's getting a plastic hip because of the original final deletion.
We can rebuild him.
He was the stunt double that died before they really filmed it.
I look like when they're putting together RoboCop.
So these are all multiple choice, unless you guys just think you like that badass in WrestleMania trivia. I won't give multiple.
I think multiple choice might be a little overkill.
Yeah.
Let's test ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Don't make it too
I need
easy.
multiple choice.
Right.
Shut up.
Macho Man.
All right.
Are
You
we
guys
ready?
ready?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
The answer by now?
Are you ready?
Go to Bob. Bob, what do you got?
It was the shooting star press.
Kara?
That's correct.
I thought technically it was the senton.
Are you fucking serious?
I had senton
What
for a
the
minute.
fuck, Adam?
Yeah, it is the senton.
All right, what you
What
got?
the hell did you think that was? This big ass flying across the ring.
Steve had press. Brian, what'd you have? Press.
Yeah, shooting star press.
And we had upload, CT, both had press as well.
All right.
Awesome,
well, yeah,
guys. Except Adam.
It took you so long to go to us for answers that the online delay got caught up. Just saying.
That's funny.
Next.
Okay. All right. Question number 2. What did Shawn Michaels say to Ric Flair before delivering the kick that sent the Nature Boy into retirement?
We don't need multiple choice.
Yeah. I don't think any of us
I
do.
already agreed I wasn't going to do it.
How many words do you want?
2.
Well, that's not the answer, so.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
You say you didn't want multiple choice, so
All right.
why would I even give you the right?
Brian, what do you got?
I'm sorry.
Kiara?
This is a tricky one because I actually, when I took the test myself, I got it wrong. So I'm going to say.
What's the answer?
I'm sorry. Let me tell you. Let's go around.
Yeah, we already wrote down our answers. We can't
But
change
you got to, we tell each other, like,
yes or no.
Okay, it's
thumbs
wrong.
up or thumbs
It's
down?
wrong, but we'll go over
Okay,
after this.
so yeah. If it's wrong, we'll go to the next person.
All right.
It's okay, Brian.
think
I
I had
got
part
you,
of it.
man.
Okay.
I wrote, I'm sorry, I love you.
That's correct.
All right, Steve?
I couldn't remember, so I just went, woo!
Bob, what do you got?
Solid guess.
I'm sorry, I love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got I'm sorry, I love you. So did CT and
It's okay.
Juan.
It's okay, though, Brian, because that's all I remember from that
Yeah.
match, too. I'm sorry. I don't remember the love you part. So
Okay.
it's all good. Guys ready? Number 3.
Yeah.
Who helped Bobby Lashley shave Vince McMahon's head at WrestleMania 23?
Oh, my God. This is an easy one. Don't give us multiple choice.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Bob, we're almost done writing it down, so we'll go to you first. Go.
I did not understand the question. I didn't want to interrupt.
I'll repeat it.
Oh, yeah.
Who helped Bobby Lashley shave Vince McMahon's head at WrestleMania 23?
Oh, it's Trump.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got Trump.
Trump.
The Donald.
Yeah.
Get him out! Get him out!
I'm going to disqualify you, Bob, if you keep yelling out the answers, man.
No,
Well, no, we knew that
Yeah,
one.
I think we were all.
That's okay. That
I was
one.
joking.
Oh,
Damn.
we went to Bob. We cut to him. He waited for his cue. Don't give him hell. Now he's gonna yell the answer out. See
Trump
what you did.
Trump is the one that would do the monkey references on Talking Smack.
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
moving on.
yeah. About Syrian refugees.
Yeah,
Go
right.
on, Kiara. What's your next one?
The
All
next
right.
president. Oh God, CT.
CT, you just lost me, man.
No
Question
team.
number 4.
Get him out.
Who sent Mick Foley through a flaming table at WrestleMania 22?
Say that again.
Who sent Mick Foley through a flaming table at WrestleMania 22?
Oh.
Brian, you thinking, or are you just taking
No, I'm
a
good.
dump over there?
Oh, no, I'm good. I know I kind of look zoned out, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. I think everybody's ready. Let's go to Bob first.
Edge.
Edge.
That is correct.
Correct. I have Edge as well.
I had Taker. Yeah.
On this day, I see clearly.
Are you not doing this?
Flaming
Are you not
table
doing a
threw me
WrestleMania
off.
trivia?
Yeah, I had Taker.
Yeah, he wrote down Taker. He just
Wow.
didn't want to show it and admit he was wrong.
Brian, on this day, I can't sing.
On this day.
It sounded great. It was like operatic. It was
My
really good.
hips busted.
I'm impressed. I'm really.
He's got a puke!
All right. All right.
Kiera, what do you got?
All right, question number 5. What WrestleMania did Hulk Hogan body slam Andre the Giant?
Come on.
You guys always complain that they're too hard.
I like you mixing
you
it up.
went, you
That's all
went
right.
180.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Bob, you ready?
This is an epic moment
It was
in
what
wrestling history.
move did Hulk Hogan do to Andre the Giant?
Yeah, which
No,
one did he slam?
what
mania
WrestleMania?
did-
Well, I mean, technically it was a hip toss, but we're going to say body slam.
Okay.
What? That wasn't a hip
Bob,
toss.
Bob,
That was a fucking
tell
body
us the
slam.
WrestleMania. I know you know the answer. Just tell the number.
Put it on camera.
He doesn't know. You don't know.
Bob,
He's Googling it.
did we lose you?
He is Googling it.
Was it how many times did he do it to him, or
No.
Guess what? WrestleMania.
The number
Which
of-
one?
Which one?
The whole chat board has already answered. We've all answered.
Yeah, fine, one. I don't know.
You really don't know
Wait,
it's
wait,
WrestleMania?
Wait.
Wow.
Everybody quiet.
I
Bob.
tried to make it a point
Bob.
tonight, but yeah. Go ahead.
Bob.
No,
Bob.
we weren't. We were
Wait,
just asking
just wait.
you the answer.
Just wait, Bob. At what WrestleMania did Hulk Hogan body slam Andre the Giant? Go.
At what mania?
Yes, at what Mania, bud?
That's the topic of the trivia.
Come on, man. You can't.
Fuck, I don't know.
Really?
Wow.
I'm surprised.
I knew this when I was 2 years
I don't
old.
memorize the numbers of the manias.
But it's WrestleMania 3. It was like one of the most
Yeah.
famous manias of all the. CT just said, "Bob, you stupid idiot." Come on, Bob. 3.
Oh,
is Bob on the
pissed
list?
off the
I mean,
chat
you're
board.
talking Macho and Steamboat. Oh, come on,
Okay,
man.
so that one I could have told you 3 all day long.
So you
But
couldn't remember Hogan and Andre?
Okay, I was never a Hogan fan.
Doesn't matter.
Neither were. I
Yeah, but
don't
it's
think
not
any
like
of
As
us
a
you
really
had-
kid,
were.
I
But
never paid attention to
You're
that.
forced at
doesn't
him at
matter.
that point. Yeah.
All right, Kiera, go.
All right, number 6. At WrestleMania 14, Mike Tyson knocked out Shawn Michaels after Michaels lost to who?
Come on.
Come on.
What?
These are so easy.
I forgot this.
Yeah, everybody just. And Bob, get ready to say it. We're all going to show our boards. 1, 2, 3, go,
Stone
Bob.
Cold.
Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Stone Cold.
You're all wrong.
Steve, you didn't know that?
I was just
couldn't
playing.
remember.
oh yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Not 14, no.
Stone Age Steve Awesome doesn't
Okay, this is
know.
another gimme.
Yeah.
Maybe not for Steve.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, where did the Undertaker's historic WrestleMania 30 loss take place?
I got that.
Where did the Undertaker's
Bob, you
historic
better get this. You were
Shut up, Adam. He didn't hear your question. Where did Taker's historic WrestleMania 30 loss take place?
I think Bob was
Oh, I
present.
was fucking there. Yeah.
Yeah, you better get this right.
Oh, you were there, Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had New York.
Bob was
Fun
that
fact,
black.
I've been to 2 pay-per-views. The first time Taker got set on fire. The second time he lost his streak.
Dude, Bob is famous. Bob was that black guy with the glasses. It was all crazy looking. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. That was Bob.
Yeah.
That was you, Bob?
He was doing blackface that night.
My man.
Yeah, so Stevie and Brian
Okay,
got
what
it
you
wrong.
guys have?
Brian,
I
Brian put
actually
my
have-
Y'all trying to erase it? I didn't even see it.
I had New York. I didn't.
I thought we were moving forward. Plus, I had the wrong answer.
Yeah, Brian wrote Miami and
I
Steve
had
wrote
Miami.
New York.
See-
Me,
Oh,
Bob,
wow.
and Rob got it right.
CT says the list of CT. 1, Roman Reigns. 2, Hornswoggle. 3, Bob. I made the list, Bob. All right.
All right, Kiera. You got
Okay.
any more for us?
2 more.
2 more. Let's do it.
What
Actually, it's 3 more. Who defeated Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6 in Toronto? WrestleMania 6. Who defeated Hulk Hogan?
That's another easy one.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm kind of second guessing myself.
Y'all haven't been getting it all right.
I kind of am too.
Me too.
You
yeah.
got the first one wrong, Adam. So
Bob,
shut
what do
it.
you got?
All right, what you got, Bob?
It's Warrior.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
Warrior.
Yeah. Okay.
I had Bret Hart.
See, everybody did it right.
Opposite of my
I went to Canada thing.
It's Ultimate Warrior.
Bret Hart was in tag team that time.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. What you got? One more?
All
you
right,
said?
two more.
Two more.
Okay.
You can't count. I forgot.
I said 3 more. I corrected
How many
myself.
fingers is a
I
normal
know I
human
corrected
born
myself.
Rob, make sure you do your daughter's homework with them.
What did Andre the Giant win for body slamming Big John Studd at WrestleMania 1?
What did he what?
What did Andre the Giant win for body slamming Big John Studd at WrestleMania 1?
All right, I think I'm ready. This is actually a pretty good one.
Yeah,
All right, Bob, go ahead.
Okay. I didn't understand the question, but I will say he won a $10,000 body slam championship.
Is that correct?
Not the amount.
Oh, I wrote down money in 5,000.
Oh, and I just had IC title. I couldn't think of it.
I had 1 million.
It was 15 G's.
I had 50.
Oh.
So at least you guys got the money part
Bob,
right.
Bob was the closest without going over.
All
How
right.
much was it? 10?
$1.
15.
$1. I'll go $1,
All right.
Bob.
Is this the last question,
Last
or we
one.
still got
Last
2
one.
more?
You guys got to get this one because this one made me laugh my ass off. When
we
it
got
happened.
all of them.
I have no idea.
I'm scared.
This is one of the funniest ones. This is recent. Okay. How did Hulk Hogan screw up his promo at the start of WrestleMania 30?
Oh,
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
called it the Silver Dome.
Fucking guy.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome.
I wrote down whipped his dick out. Was
Whipped
that?
his dick out,
Hulk
yeah.
Hogan does not have a 10-inch penis. What?
Oh, I guess that was wrong. What do you have, Brian?
I was actually writing wrong city, but wrong stadium.
Wrong-
So,
yeah,
that
wrong
rates
stadium.
And the
well.
Silver Dome was the site of, guess what, Bob? WrestleMania 3.
It was one of the sites.
Yeah,
Wasn't there 3
he
of them?
said,
the
yeah,
biggest of them. No, the
I was more into WCW at the time. I'm sorry.
Good answer.
shit. Back then it was
Good answer.
Back then it was, I was too.
Good answer. Good
I was
answer.
too. Back for number one. Back then it was NWA. So let's be fair.
That's exactly my
yeah, and I was too. But
Way
still,
to jump on that,
still,
Stevie.
still.
I think that that cream you put on your leg might be affecting Steve.
The Pontiac Silver Dome, brother.
I'm still
All right, that
plain
is the end
pain.
of trivia. Now we have.
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions. All right, that's it. Now it's my turn. 5 minutes alone. That's all I need.
So my asshole asylum is going to be a little bit like Rhodey's rant from a few weeks ago, just talking about instead of any kind of dogging it, I'm just going to stroke our ego temporarily here. I don't think many people out there realize how great our faction is. We have 25 years, just under it, spanning between the youngest of us and the oldest. That's a lot of wrestling knowledge there. We all grew up in wrestling, watching different shows amongst the years. We're not only multinational or multi-ethnic people, but we also have a female, which most shows do not have. We even have a correspondent from our sister wrestling city in Memphis, courtesy of Bob. And, we don't just have diversified backgrounds and coming from different parts of the country. We bring a well-rounded perspective. We're not usually it's rare when we're all in agreement on something unless it's just totally great or totally shit. Everything in between, we all tend to disagree with. Sometimes we'll flip and flop back and forth on certain people or certain topics, as they change and as they evolve in the universe. But I got to stroke our own ego. I keep listening to the last bunch of shows, and the commentary that we're giving is very critical, but it's very fair from both sides. We're not throwing anyone too far under the bus unless they just don't get it right.
Or the name's Roman.
Right, yeah. I mean, we all have our people we like and our people we don't. So it's just very simple. But the experience of our collective group, Brian has some in-ring experience, even though his hips wouldn't agree with him.
Not them.
Kiara knows how to lock a door Chicago style. Steve, invented wrestling or was at least the first commentator. Rob and his production skill, not just in the wrestling. Everything that we bring it's just a different thing.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought of this last night when Rob played his like fake sitcom open, which by the way was great. So I just kind of thought about it, and the way we're predicting things lately. Anybody who's not listening to us and likes wrestling or likes kind of marking out, they need to get on the board with us. So tell your friends, CT, whoever, anybody else you talk wrestling with, tell them to get on board.
Yeah.
And more importantly, get involved with us because we're at the ground level of what I feel is something big, and I want you guys to be a part of it even more.
Yeah, well, to jump on that, we have, and I said this before, our numbers are rising. We used to do 10 downloads an episode. Then we kind of saw a 30 trend. Now we're doing about 100.
And what is our landmark today? Did you know yet?
We went over 5,000.
Today we went over
5,000
downloads.
Oh, that's awesome.
On iTunes.
That is awesome.
Yep. So and that's just on iTunes,
Right.
correct? So we were at 505 when we went on the broadcast, but
yeah, it's exciting. No, it's exciting, and we've said it before. It's because we enjoy doing this. CT says I've only ever met one woman who genuinely liked pro wrestling.
And that's why, Kiera, I always tell you, you are the queen because there is nobody else. We search podcasts. Sometimes we get a podcast with just one person.
Right.
Yeah, but it's rare that we have somebody who can comment.
Yeah, and I just want to say, as far as my wrestling background, as being a fan of wrestling through my entire life, hey, my mom was a fantasy stripper girl who did shows for most of these wrestlers in the 80s, so I got to meet a lot of them. Not the way I'd like to, but, Mom, come on, put your clothes on.
You got the funny how treatment from Goodfellas from the wrestlers.
Right. Exactly.
Funny how, huh? Funny how.
Come on in here, boy.
No, that was actually like Medine was saying that last week. He's like, you're the only girl I know personally that watches wrestling and loves wrestling.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean that's important. To this is a male soap opera. Women should get behind it if they give it a chance. Kara's the only one smart enough to know that, and that's just important to recognize. That's what makes this great. Thank you guys for 5,000. That's why I just chose this for the Asylum.
Oh, I'm sorry. You had me thinking about the sitcom open, and I just started playing it.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Sorry. Let's see here, real quick.
Production notes, buddy.
I know. Before I jump on that, let's see here, just to run through the chat board. Juan, Bo Dallas, I threw him under the bus a long time ago. Okay, random. Christian, CT, Otunga is number 4 on the list. Upload the
CT that list is growing.
Right. Upload test the vlogger Jamie Calloway, a female wrestler vlogger, has a paraplegic male who co-hosts pay-per-view reactions with her. So one ups you guys in that department. Okay.
Well, Brian's getting close.
Yeah.
I was thinking that. I wasn't going to say it.
In about a year, Brian's going to be one of the heads from Futurama.
I wasn't going to say that.
We'll put his head in no, Steve's the head in a jar. Brian's the cripple in the chair.
Right. But she doesn't do reactions that often, so that's cool. And,
that is cool.
And, and we got sister shows. We don't compete with everybody. We got sister shows that like the Iowa Wrestling Podcast. They're part of our collective. And we know there's many shows out there, and much love to many people like us who take the time and the effort to really love their product and put it out there.
Speaking of that other one in our collective, they do a fair basis back and forth and stuff, and actually talk about wrestling. They don't just get on air and kind of do this sensational editorializing that some of the others do. They give you good commentary,
and they're more of a kind of a radio station for the Iowa independent circuit. I mean, they really cover a lot of that. But I'm just saying we don't hate all the other people except for one or two, maybe a guy with initials from a certain city that you read with initials. But anyway, so what we're going to do Sunday, just to give you a little teaser, Sunday we have what episode is it?
It's number 55.
55 is going to be our reaction show to Clash of Champions, not the champions, it's of champions. So we're going to have I don't know who all is going to be in attendance, but obviously we'll do our thing, and then we're going to have our top 5 contest. So remember, get your top 5 wrestlers of all time. And send those into us again.
What's the hashtag again?
Hashtag top 5 wrestlers.
You want to mark out?
So clever. That's such a clever.
I don't know.
Marked out top 5.
Marked out. Okay, marked out top 5. Hashtag marked out top 5. And it's at Smart Mark Show on Twitter. You can do it that way. Email markedoutpodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can even call in the fan line.
You can call in the fan line. Do it that way. Yes, you can do that.
Yeah, we want to hear you.
704-444-0084. Also, don't forget you can email us your predictions if you want to get on our scorecard for Backlash.
Speaking of scorecard, Kiera and Bob. I need Kiera and Bob real quick. So, Bob, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So I need Sammy and Jericho. Go, Bob.
Jericho.
Kiera.
Sammy.
Charlotte, Sasha, and Bailey. Bob.
Sasha and Bailey, I'll go Sasha.
Charlotte,
Charlotte's in it,
Charlotte,
too.
Sasha.
Sorry.
Triple
For
threat.
Charlotte?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll go Charlotte.
Okay. Let's go. Kira, with that one. Charlotte, Sasha. Rusev and Roman. Bob.
I know Bob wants
gonna
Roman to win to piss us
go-
off, but I don't know who he'll actually pick.
Roman.
Oh, God.
The guy with the wettest hair.
Kiera.
Rusev. Yeah, Rusev.
New Day and Gallows and Anderson. Bob, go.
Bob?
I can't hear shit over this fucking music.
New Day. There's no music. New Day
Oh,
and
no.
Gallows and Anderson.
I kept playing it. He's on a different thing.
you-
Okay, yeah. All right. Gallows and Anderson and New Day.
New Day.
Okay.
Bob,
Here-
what did you think of making our opening promo yesterday of the show where you can't hear anything and all you talk about is technical difficulties?
What? Okay. Kiera, New Day or GNA?
Oh man, I'm thinking they're gonna
Let's make this segment
give GA a push.
Okay.
Yes, so that's your pick. Good.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
KO or Seth Rollins, Bob?
KO.
Is this the first time you guys are hearing about any of these matches?
It's just like watching old people fuck. Come on. Kiera, KO or Seth?
Seth.
Oh my God!
Seth, I just said it, Seth.
Well, should we get these off the air?
Kira's now the official only one to pick Seth.
All right.
All right. Cesaro and Sheamus, go. Bob, 1, 2, go.
Oh, Sheamus.
Okay.
All right.
Kira, go.
Kira.
Who's the opponent?
Cesaro and Sheamus.
Who?
I'm waiting for y'all to shut up.
No, you're not. You're thinking.
Cesaro.
Cesaro. Okay. T.J. Perkins, Brian Kendrick, Bob, go.
Kendrick.
Ooh, you're the first there.
You are.
Kira.
I'm gonna go with Kendrick. Shit.
Oh, okay.
A rare moment where Bob and
I think
Kira.
Kendrick solidifies himself as the division heel.
But then that just to me that just makes the whole
Yeah, they
thing.
didn't even
ruins it for
bring
TJ.
TJ on
Right.
last night to show off the belt.
CT says, shoot Bob in the knees and he'll be the crippled one. So that worked out.
Apparently he likes Brian more.
Nia Jax, Alicia Fox, go Bob.
Nia Jax.
Kira.
Nia Jax.
Okay. And just in case, Shining Stars versus Enzo and Cass, Bob.
Cass.
Okay.
Cass, AJ. Yeah.
Kira.
Enzo and Cass.
Kira.
Enzo and Cass.
All right. And finally, one last question. Will Hunter Hearst Helmsley show up at the pay-per-view?
Yes.
or no?
Bob answered that already.
Bob said yes. Kira, what do you say?
100%.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think
I
so.
say yes too.
All right. So that segment has come to a screeching halt. All right. Back to you, Adam.
All right, final thoughts. We're going to go to Bob real quick. Keep it brief because we're running long.
Good show, all except for Cruz. Back to you, Kira.
Oh,
I'll go.
And
I'll go. I'll
you
follow
are
right after
next
that.
on the list, Kiara. What do you got?
Okay, so I like the direction that the women are heading into now on SmackDown. I think it's starting to pick up finally, especially like with the whole Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch rivalry going on. I think that this is going to pick the women's division up. Hopefully, get some more excitement going through, showcase some more talent. Other than that,
I didn't say anything.
Other than that, I'm kind of like hurt by what's going on with Apollo Crews because
Bob's pointing it out so well.
Bob's a hater. That's what that is. It's so obvious that this guy, if you've taken a look, if you're familiar with his background, if you're familiar with his career, the guy is great talent. I think
Aloha Nation was great. I don't think Apollo Crews works in the WWE.
Yeah, he needs a handler, a faction, a tag, something.
If you're saying that he got pushed solo, onto the main roster as a solo character too soon, okay, I can agree with that halfway. I'll come halfway with you on that. But if they can just work with him on, or figure out what they want to do with his character, figure out what they want to do with his gimmick, because I honestly think they don't know what to do with him, because he is a solid guy that is very agile at the same time. So if they can get that together, if creative can get off their asses about that and like do something with him and realize that this guy is the future and that he does have longevity, then you know what? things will be better.
I gotta catch 22 here. I'm happy that how much Kiera has talked tonight, but it's been so Apollo centric, and she doesn't follow directions about how you keep the final thought brief. But I didn't want to cut her off. I'm like stuck in the middle.
Remember, I'm the woman in the room.
All right, I guess vagina
lose.
trumps dick again, once again. Who do we got next? Steve, what's your final thought?
Oh, I'm just going to open it up to that question a viewer, a listener had. But
Yeah.
Randy Orton, we didn't really talk about that match, so
Yeah.
it wasn't that much to talk about. Just Eric Rowan.
There was nothing to talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Bray Wyatt, the same video promo at the end. It was just the same old thing. So,
I didn't even write Brian on the final thoughts, but Brian, do you have any thoughts?
I do. I just kind of think that the show itself was, it was a good episode of SmackDown, but I mean, like we said before, they didn't really do anything new. The matches were good, but it's still kind of more the same stuff. On the flip side, I do like the fact that they are trying to establish their own women's division. So for that, I do applaud them. But I mean, just looking over
but at the expense of a tag division, it seems like.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I mean, having American Alpha on, they're right now they're kind of in the title picture. I wouldn't say necessarily. They're not.
They're in the rehab picture.
They're in the picture. There weren't, like we said, there weren't really any other tag teams on the show, and they're the only ones that are being shown. So that does say something that WWE they are trying to do new things, but once again, we still get the same Miz Ziggler.
But there's too many people not on the show
Cruz.
to say that they're truly giving people opportunities and pushes and stuff like that.
I just think that right now,
your boys Victor and Connor not even on it.
Tell me about it. I just think that right now they're kind of if you look at it on a scale right now, they're on the side where they have more of the old regime versus
anybody with a
guys.
K in their name has gotten left out, it seems like, lately. So Rob, we're gonna go to your final thoughts, and you're gonna give anybody what's going on the board there.
Oh, it is fucking fantastic right now.
Tell me about it.
So let's see. Going back real quick about crippling Bob. Juan does say every show needs a Timmy. CT says final thoughts. CT says final thoughts. It doesn't work. It doesn't matter, Bob.
He said he wants to make you Timmy from South Park.
Yeah. CT says final thoughts. Fuck Roman. Fuck Hornswoggle. Fuck Bob. Fuck David Otunga. Upload test. Cruz needs to get angry, cut angry heel promos, and grow a bushy beard. And then CT comes back with, but mostly fuck Roman. And then CT said, almost forgot, fuck Vince. And then here is the crown fucking jewel. From Test. Bob's name from now on will forever be Bad News Cruz.
Bad news.
Wow.
I got some bad news.
He came up with that a few weeks ago, and I thought that shit was deemed good.
Well, there you go. Bad News Cruz. Make
Bad
him a heel.
Yeah.
Make him something.
Make him.
Is that it for you, Rob?
Oh, me? Final thoughts? I just, I have one final thought.
Did you just shit in your adult diaper? What was that all about?
That was a little weird shift.
Yeah, it looked like the whole thing that he just did, shifting and
Oops, I
not
crapped my
really
pants.
speaking or thinking.
Sorry, I hadn't hit this button yet tonight.
All right.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Okay, there we go. We're good.
All right. So my final thought, real quick before the end, is I was waiting. The reason I didn't cover Bray is we've wasted so much time on this, and nothing new has happened with Bray once again. One of his cronies comes out to the ring, loses to Orton. Lights go off. Mask is left. Nobody's there. And guess what? Bray, once again, I'm invincible. I'm immortal. I'm God. I've heard it. I've heard it. I'm so done with it. I used to want so badly for Bray to be like the next whatever, and now I just want him to go away. Do something with him or stop giving him airtime. I don't know who else could get that airtime because your roster is such shit, but figure it out. So that's my close. That's why I didn't cover anything on Bray and Randy and saved it for the end. At the expense of Randy.
Sure.
It all makes sense.
Yeah, at the expense of Randy.
All right.
I apologize, Randy, but you are getting squashed by just being in a rivalry with him, it seems like.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that is my final thought. If there's nothing else from the chat board, nothing else quality.
I got something.
I got something to say.
I got something to add.
Changing. Ladies can do stuff now.
Sorry, go ahead.
To add on to Apollo Crews,
Oh.
I did not like how he made his entrance tonight the smile is gone, but now it looks depressing.
Dude,
Did anyone else notice that?
You beating that dead.
It's not
you
like a
beating the dead horse on Apollo tonight. At this point, there's just ground. It's like the yellow bastard part in Sin City. You're
I'm just saying,
hitting the dirt.
Creative's got to figure it out.
Oh.
And
Is
lastly,
this kind of like Fallon talking about Dolph?
Yes. Thank you, Bob.
There it is. There it is.
They're apologizing.
Naomi's hair got caught in her glasses right there.
Yeah, so she had to go back and try and fix it by doing that. I can't believe
And
you drew my
lastly-
attention. Oh,
lastly,
my God. Yes, Kiera.
fuck Nikki Bella.
Okay, so
That's all I gotta say.
my extra final thought is just going to be added. Rob, your next little theme coming soon this fall TV show should just be, Kiera Loves Apollo or something. I don't know. Like, they need their own show.
Previously.
In a house with no doors and only windows, Kiera, Bob, and Apollo Crews. Yeah.
Find out what happens next when we throw Test in the mix.
Right.
Anyway.
CT says it could be worse. Bray could turn back to Husky Harris. Juan, Apollo Crews matters. Wow.
Hashtag Apollo Crews matters.
Wow.
We're going to go out on a high note, Costanza style. Join us on Sunday, episode 55. Same Smart time, same Smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Smarkdown Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.
Show me the money.
Hey guys, it's your girl Kiera from Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. Since Royal Rumble 2016, we have been striving to bring you an entertaining smart mark perspective from the world of professional wrestling. What we do is a labor of love, but new equipment and segments cost time and money. If you have enjoyed our show, we ask that you become a patron and donate what you can to help us continue to improve and grow week to week. Make a donation and we will let you pick a topic or join us for a segment of the broadcast. It's real easy. Go to markedoutwrestling.com and click on the Be a Patron link at the top. We thank you in advance for anything you can do to help. And as always, thank you for the privilege of your time.
Show me the money! Show me the money! Show me the money! Show me the money! You my motherfucker!